Now, everybody told me that when I came over to this part of the island, I had to try the chicken. It was the best in Jamaica, so that's what we're doing.
I think you're right.
This is the famous Portland jerk chicken?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Everywhere you go, you get it.
How much are you?
Everything come to $900.
900, there you go. That's just a sad reality, and I would hate for you guys to come here and then be like, yo, Chris didn't keep it real at all. Like, I don't like this place, or this has been happening, or I've been getting ripped off the entire time, because that is very much a reality of traveling around Jamaica. You're gonna get ripped off a lot. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video and another beautiful day here in Ocho Rios. Now, today we're actually about to go on a road trip. We're taking this little Toyota all the way to Port Antonio. Now, Port Antonio is supposedly only a 2-hour drive from Ocho Rios, but we've ran into a lot of traffic here on the island, so I'm predicting that it's going to take more like 3 hours. However, we are going to make a couple stops along the way. Oh man, weather looks a bit rough too. It looks like it might start raining here in the Caribbean countries. Man, it starts to rain several times throughout the day, but it never sticks around too long, only a handful of minutes. However, this doesn't look too promising today. Anyways, guys, on the list for today, we have some beaches that we want to stop and check out. We also really want to stop by and check out these waterfalls called Reach Falls that are located in Port Antonio. So there's a lot to do. Right now it is 10 minutes till 10, so we're leaving at a great time. Let's start this road trip, but first we do have to dump off the laundry. So there's like one laundromat in all of Ocho Rios, so we're heading there right now. We're gonna drop off this laundry and we'll start this road trip. So according to the maps, our first stop is only 38 minutes away. Getting out of Ocho Rios was a little bit tough. There's a lot of traffic, but as you can tell, the roads are very well maintained. That's one thing I'm really liking about Jamaica so far, is the roads. They're very well maintained. There's always street signs, and of course the native language here is English, or the Jamaican version of English. What is it called again? I forget. Jamaican. We're just gonna call it Jamaican. And essentially it's a mix of like English with a whole bunch of slang and a whole bunch of different tones, and it's really, really nice to hear, but it's so confusing. Like, the only thing I can vividly remember is bombakla and wagwa, which is like what's up or good morning or something like that. I don't really know, but yeah, guys, we got a 40-minute drive and we will be in Port Maria, which is about the halfway point to Port Antonio, and it is where the locals told us that there are some incredible beaches, and look how green everything is. Oh man, this country's great. For all of you guys who don't know what I'm referring to when I'm saying that the Jamaican English sounds totally different, just listen to this. Listen to this radio. It's super cool to hear.
You can't keep on saying happy birthday to Kaylee Turner. Hear me, the oral Turner? You have to say belated birthday, because I don't do that birthday already. She can't have so much birthday. You must have to say belated birthday. You can't trick me. She don't have so much
Pretty
birthday.
cool, right? It sounds different. Alright guys, so we just made it here to Peggy Beach, and unfortunately it's not a beautiful white sand beach like I saw on Google Maps. Right now it turns out that it's actually the season where the seaweed actually comes up to the shore. Now, a lot of you guys have probably been to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Mexico, and this happens there every year during a specific season, and that looks like it's also the case here in Jamaica. Now, I want to go ahead and just throw this out there, guys. Jamaica, extremely beautiful country, so many beautiful beaches, of course, but the sad part is that all of those beautiful beaches are only accessible at the all-inclusive resorts. Pretty much if you come here and you don't go to an all-inclusive resort, there's only a handful of public beaches that you can actually visit that are extremely gorgeous and like super turquoise and blue. Other than that, a lot of times you'll find that the water looks like this, kind of like, yeah, not too far off from what the Pacific Ocean looks like. But nice little place overall. It was worth driving down. Right now we're about an hour out to Port Antonio. Let me know what you guys think of this so far. Let me know what you guys think of this view. I mean, it was still definitely worth coming on out. It looks like this is definitely a fisherman village. You got some pots here where, yeah, that they probably use for some crabs, some lobsters. Look at these boats. I can't say I'd take one of these boats out there. Don't look like the most sturdy of boats, but yeah, guys, this here is Peggy Beach in Port Maria. Now I'm realizing that there's no tourists here as well. It was almost a bit sketchy driving in. There was no one at all. But yeah, it's nice. Definitely a small little local fisherman town, it looks like. All right, let's head back to the car. Let me give you a little bit more feels of the little town. Like, there's the Port Maria courthouse. Look how tiny that is. You got the police station over here. Yeah, just a small little Jamaican town. Anyways, let's hop back into the car and continue on for about 1 more hour to Port Antonio. All right, well, if the ride like this is to Port Antonio the entire time, we got a journey ahead of us. All right, guys, this is turning into a mission. I actually have to turn all the way around right now because the road conditions are so bad here in this part that we're in right now that I need like a 4x4 to continue. Oh, I think it's gonna take us like 2 hours to get to Port Antonio the way we're going. But this here is what a small village in Jamaica looks like, guys. I mean, you pretty much just got like abandoned cars, banana trees. It's very green. But yeah, you can definitely tell we are in a small village, small little fisherman village. It's super cool. I like it. You can hear roosters, all kinds of cool things. All right, I think we're going well now. Just made it here to Port Antonio. It took us about 2 hours, and honestly, guys, that drive was so long. We were stuck behind dump trucks, going up and down hills, so many small curves. So if you're one of those people that get like motion sickness or you're scared to drive in foreign countries, especially when you're driving on the opposite side, renting a car is probably not the best idea. And I actually just got a call from the rental car company right now saying that they swiped the wrong person's card as a deposit for my rental, and she wanted me to give her my credit card number over the phone or go back to Montego Bay right now to change that deposit information, and that is not happening. So do keep that in mind when you guys are renting a car. Make sure all of the paperwork is right. Make sure that they swipe your card and they don't overcharge you, because this isn't a problem that only happens here in Jamaica. It happens all around the world. Anyways, right now we're getting to Port Antonio. To be honest, the drive was cool. It was entertaining. There wasn't a whole lot to look at. A lot of fruit stands. The whole coast was to our left the entire time, but most of that drive, the coast you actually can't see. It's covered in trees and walls to resorts, which is kind of a bummer. But Jamaica, that's what it's known for. It's known for the resorts. I mean, pretty much once you leave the resorts, a lot of the areas are, yeah, just small villages. It's cool. It's really nice. But now we're stuck in traffic in Port Antonio. This looks rough for the car. All right, guys, so first stop in Port Antonio is right here in the middle of this big field right by the coast. And we're not here for no random ass reason. We're actually here because there are a set of ruins here. There is a mansion known as the Foley House, and it turns out on Google this is like one of the top things to come and see, and I thought it was going to be like a paid attraction where you actually have to pay an admission to go in. But no, it's literally just a set of ruins that I guess you could trespass and enter. I mean, there's a little opening in the gate. I've seen a couple people walking around. But yeah, this here is the Foley House, Foley Mansion. Now, Gladys was actually doing some reading online, and according to Google, the reason why this mansion is abandoned is because it was actually built by an American for a woman that he loved. But it turns out that dude didn't really know much about what the hell he was doing, and he actually mixed the concrete with sand and salt water. That's how the concrete was made. So by the time he actually brought the woman that he loved here to see the mansion, it was already falling apart. And she called him a fool, and that's how he got the name Foley Mansion. I mean, pretty damn cool, right? I'm a bit sketched to walk in there because I could hear some voices and stuff, and like, yeah, you really don't want to end up in the wrong situation. And I know this is my first time around the world or around abandoned places, but anytime I see places like this in like the US, anywhere, they're usually filled with like homeless people and people that actually call these places home. So I don't actually want to walk in there right now, but yeah, this here is the Foley House. If you come here to Port Antonio, you want to see it. There's not really much here. Not really worth driving out of the way for, because we did drive like 10 minutes outside of the city to get here, but we're here. Anyways, I'm hungry. I think it's time for us to go get some jerk chicken. Hey, how's it going, bro? How much is the chicken?
You get it for $800 with festival or planting.
Okay. Can I get a piece of breast?
Yeah, no problem, bro.
All right, so we just parked the car here in Port Antonio, and the first thing we noticed as soon as we made it out was the smell of chicken. So we stopped here. Now, everybody told me that when I came over to this part of the island, I had to try the jerk chicken. It was the best in Jamaica, so that's what we're doing.
I think you're right.
This is the famous Portland jerk chicken?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Everywhere you go, you get it.
Anywhere we can go, we can find it.
Well, right at this spot. That's the best supply in town.
Okay. How long you been making the jerk chicken for?
A decade.
Wow, cool. I like your stand too. And you got the view right by the ocean?
Right by Ocho Rios.
Oh, and we get some plantain too?
Yeah.
Cool. Actually, that might be the most proper piece of chicken we've had this trip.
Oh, for sure.
We've had a lot of chicken too. How much are you?
Everything come to $900.
900. There you go. Thank you, bro.
Welcome. And this side or over?
We can do it over. Why not?
It's ketchup.
I love me some ketchup. There we go. Thank you. So right now I'm definitely loving the Port Antonio vibes. It's definitely one of those like small coastal towns, but the energy is real. It almost feels like a big city when you're driving around this town, right?
For sure.
Traffic, people selling everything. It's great. Oh, we got a little salad. Oh man. If you guys come here to Port Antonio, you know where you gotta stop. Right in front of the Texaco.
On the other side of the road.
On the other side. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Wait for your fork, your paper towel. Oh, paper towel.
Hey, baby, can you hold this? Oh man, this plate looks stacked, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try this piece of jerk chicken. Now, I've only had jerk chicken at 2 locations. I had it at Kingston Jerk and at Ocho Rios Jerk, and honestly, those 2 places, I didn't really find it, I don't know, anything too special. It tasted like rotisserie chicken. Here we go. All right, yo. Woo. That is spicy. All right. This might be the most proper jerk chicken we've had this trip. This is extremely spicy, but so rich in flavor. Ooh. The chicken is also incredibly juicy, and like most other places in Jamaica. No meal is complete without a fried green plantain. Okay. This meal right here in Port Antonio, right in front of the Texaco and the ocean, is my favorite meal I've had in Jamaica so far. Wow. It's true what they say. The best food you eat is found on the streets with the locals. Oh man. All right guys, well, I'm gonna enjoy the vibes, destroy this chicken, and then we'll do a little lap around Port Antonio and see what else we can get into. All right guys, that chicken was absolutely delicious. Definitely hit the spot, and we've walked around quite a bit here, but to be honest, there's not a whole lot going on. It's just one of those places that's just chill. I can see Port Antonio being one of those places that you can come to and spend a few days, a few weeks if you want something nice and calm. However, I do want to throw something out there that's been bothering me since I got here, and honestly it happens in a lot of places in the world, but here in Jamaica it's been quite crazy and quite unreal because they do it blatantly in your face. But for example, right now I just ordered the chicken from the guy, and I thought he was being like completely honest. He charged me $900 for 1 breast, 2 plantain, and a little bit of salad. But turns out that that wasn't the normal price. So many people were coming up and they were paying like $300 and getting the same amount of plate. And he even told one of the ladies, don't mention price, what do you want, big piece or small piece? And I looked at Gladys and I was like, damn dude, it's crazy. Even in the smallest towns we just got gots. But it happens everywhere in the world. It just seems like here in Jamaica it happens so much more and so much frequently, and like to the point where you'll even point at the menu and be like, this says this price, and they'll be like, yeah, but that's not the price no more. And you'll be like, what? Okay, whatever. And you just gotta play along with it, because what do? You're in Jamaica, right? You're here. Anyways guys, this is the view. This is Port Antonio. Right ahead we can actually see the lighthouse. I think that was actually in the same direction as the mansion that we just went to, but there's the lighthouse. You got a whole view of the coast. Along the coast you got like a bunch of little shops. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks like the kids just got out of school. Nice little chill town. Great vibes. I think right now, I don't know, what do you think, Gladys? How you feeling? How you feeling on the road trip so far?
It was good.
It was good, huh?
But I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we just don't know what to do. That's what we've been running into here in Jamaica. I mean, it's easy to go out and make videos. Like, we could easily make videos about literally anything. There's so much like videos as far as YouTube is concerned, but I wanted to make this video more so for you guys. Like, what do you guys do when you come out here? And to be honest, as a tourist here in Jamaica, I think it's just quite honest and to say, right, is that there's really not much for tourists outside of the resorts, outside of the cruise ship. There's not much for tourists here. I mean, you can lounge on the beach, but the beach is at the resorts obviously, because they're the only ones that allow the tourists to go on there. And you can go to a few waterfalls, but like Dune River Falls, that place is so crowded, so jam-packed, especially on the days that cruises come, that might even be like a little bit and then right now we actually just drove past the rafting, and I told Gladys, I was like, well, let's just do bamboo rafting. We didn't want to do it because we did it in Thailand and it wasn't our thing. That it actually hurt. We were so uncomfortable for an hour that we were just like, I'd rather go do any other thing. And then we drove by the river. There wasn't one tourist on the rafts, not one person. I'm not sure if that's because cruise season is off, but on the Rio Grande there was not one person on the bamboo rides, and Gladys and I just didn't want to risk like driving down there and just hanging out by ourselves for a few hours. We were just like, nah, we'll just come to Port Antonio and hang out with the locals. But yeah, this is the vibe. This is Port Antonio. Right there's the main boulevard, main street. Actually, we can walk over in that direction. Should we walk that way? Let's do a little lap. We'll do a little meander around Port Antonio, and then I think we're just gonna yeah, have to put the camera down and start the journey back, because to be honest, it gets dark quite fast here, and the roads are sketchy. They're not really well lit up. Last night we went to the grocery store about an hour outside of where we were staying, and you couldn't see absolutely nothing on the roads, huh? Nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. But hey, one thing that I am gonna say, everywhere you are in Jamaica, you do smell the ganja. The ganja's everywhere. It is everywhere. I actually haven't been offered any here, but yeah, look at the Texaco. All right guys, well, this here is Port Antonio. We're gonna walk around, enjoy the vibes. Actually, you know what, let me keep the camera rolling a little bit more. Let's see what we can come across while we walk through these streets, because there's always something random that comes up, I feel like, as you're just walking through any random street or neighborhood in Jamaica. Looks like you got the meat grocery store there, a jerk center, uniform and fashion store.
Here the uniforms are very cute.
Yeah, the school uniforms are nice.
All different.
I like how every school has their own too.
Yes.
It's a month of February. Let's get some of the regular.
Yeah, nice little system they got. Look, some fresh produce. Oh, this must be like the community store. Definitely smaller town vibes, but still very much active. There's a lot going on for this being a small town.
And it's mango season right now.
Is it mango season?
Yes.
Let's see. Let's get some mangoes then. Should we? Look, there's some right here. Hello. Are these yours? Can I get some, please? Mangoes. Oh, cool.
Yo les agarro, yo les agarro.
Yeah. So we can actually just grab them. How much for how much?
Yeah, 250, 3 and 4.
Okay. Gara de 250.
Esto. ¿Qué dijo? ¿4?
How much for 250?
500 this.
Oh. ¿Qué 500 para esos dos?
500.
500. Baby, you got the cash? Oh, I got cash. That's 100. I got 400. You don't have 100?
No, entonces deja uno.
Okay, then we'll just take one, bro.
One for which one?
50 more. 50 more.
Oh, okay. He's having a bad day.
Yeah.
He's having a bad day, but it's cool. We got 2 mangoes. No, seriously, guys. One of the things that we've been running into here is that, man, a lot of the places we go to, like straight up, people are just extremely rude, and you know, a lot of people have been telling me that that's just not towards us. Like they're the same way, even towards they're same people, and that's just how it is.
Except the taxi drivers. Taxi drivers are nice.
And the
They're
jerk chicken
always
guy
happy.
until you
And
find
the
out
jerk
that he's ripping you off. But anyways, we're gonna continue on with our little walk. But yeah, as far as like a whole bunch of things for tourists to do, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to do. I feel like, especially if you're very well traveled and you've been to a lot of different Caribbean nation touristic destinations in the world, like there's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot to do. You can see a couple of different waterfalls, but we passed by, which one did we pass by? It was called Somerset Falls? Somerset Falls, I believe it was. I'll let you guys know right here if it's called something else, but I believe it was Somerset Falls, and it was about 30 minutes before reaching Port Antonio. And it was about a few minutes before reaching Port Antonio. And no, I'm good. Thank you. No, we're good right now. Thank you. And oh, be careful the car, bro. You're gonna hit the car.
No, put the video on me.
No.
Put the video on me.
I don't know what's happening, but all right, let's continue on with our walk. We're about to get on out of here, guys. There's not much going on. The Somerset Falls, we looked it up, and it was literally like a stream coming off of a rock. It wasn't a big waterfall, so and they wanted to charge you $1,000 to go in there, which is around $7 US. And we just came from Asia. I think that's the problem, is we just came from Asia. We just came from beautiful.
The problem here is us.
Dude's on one.
Oh my God.
You know, it's funny, yesterday Tanisha that was doing your braids over at the beach was saying, yo man, you guys got to be careful, there's so many kids lost off the rock here. Like there was so many people just like, man, twacked out of their mind, yo. It was crazy. But I don't know, Gladys and I are pretty street smart, and to be realistic with you guys, we've been warned about the high crime rate here in Jamaica. And you know, as a tourist, you really don't have to worry about too much, because it's all like petty crime that we have to worry about, such as like your phone getting stolen, wallet getting stolen, GoPro getting stolen. But things like that only happen if you're not careful, or if you're like us, purposely walking around with the camera like this. However, do know that this is our job, so we only walk around with what you're willing to not go back home with. So if you guys love your GoPro, love your camera, love your phone, you probably shouldn't walk around these streets with that on you. Now, I'm not saying, as I'm saying, don't take this the wrong way. This is just pro tips that you should keep in mind everywhere in the world. Everywhere. In her country, it's the same way. In my country, it's the same way. They'll take your shit in downtown LA, anywhere in LA, anywhere in Long Beach, you'll get your stuff snatched up. But yeah, guys, anyways, enough of the jabber. We showed you guys Port Antonio a little bit. To be honest, I don't know, it's not really my vibe, I must say. I think I'm more so of the, I don't know, I like to be right on the beach, and it seems like here you can't be right on the beach. You can walk along it, but you can't like sleep or stay next to it. So we're gonna have to just continue and make our way home, make our way back. What's up, bro? Ain't no cash, bro. All right, so for now, let's start this ride. We made it back. Oh God, look at this pile right in front of the door. And real quickly, because a video oftentimes can like throw the wrong vibes off, we are absolutely having a great time here. We like all of the places we're visiting. It's just that Port Antonio, I don't know, man, it's just not my cup of tea. We got a lot of messages saying that we had to come here. I had really high expectations. We come here and we go to like the touristic sites and everything is closed. Everything is just like abandoned, and it's kind of sad for us, especially because we're on vacation. And like, of course, these streets are super nice and super cool, but this is honestly what downtown Ocho looks like, what downtown Kingston looks like. Like, it gives you these vibes. Of course, obviously not this close to this beautiful ocean, but it gives you the same vibes, right? Same kind of feel. So
I like better Ocho Rios.
I do too. I like Ocho Rios a little bit better. And do keep in mind, we're not doing the resorts or anything. We're actually like hanging out where the locals hang out, and we really do like the vibes of it there. It's nice. Right now, we're gonna start the drive back, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys either back up in Ocho or along the way if we find something cool. There was a lot of like small little mom and pop shops along the way. Maybe we'll stop and do some souvenir shopping because you actually want a Jamaican dress.
Yeah.
And if you guys are watching this video, let me know what you guys think about the all-inclusives, because we don't do all-inclusives. But
well,
man, we've been here for about a week and a half.
I don't do resorts all-inclusive because I can't afford it. Because
It's
if I
expensive.
can't afford it, I would pay that.
Of course.
For sure.
It's just expensive. And a lot of the rooms are like $500 per person per night. And the way me and Gladys see it, if we're about to spend like $1,000 on one night, like me and Gladys can buy a plane ticket back to Thailand,
Well, like,
and stay in a bomb-ass hotel right on an island, right on the water for a whole month, and it's still gonna be cheaper than like 3
I
nights.
think at the end it's better come here with a resort because you are going to spend almost the same.
Yeah, and I also feel like if you don't come here with the resort, another great option is the cruise, man. The cruises look like they're great options. I mean, they stop. You got the whole day from 8 in the morning to like 5-6 p.m. at Ocho Rios. I mean, I've never been on a cruise neither. I'm just telling you off of what we've been seeing the last few days, and it looks like it's a great option. It looks like that's the way I'm definitely gonna return to Jamaica, is like that. I'm having a great time, as I mentioned. It's just there's not a whole lot for tourists, and that's what we are. We're tourists. So of course you can get immersed in the culture and see how the people are living here in the day-to-day life, but after a few days you get kind of bored, to be honest. So, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm a little bit bored, so I'm thinking, excuse me, I'm thinking about the all-inclusives. Me and Gladys are thinking hard. So let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think? Would you guys like to see the all-inclusive side of things? And let me know, is this video boring to you guys, or do you guys actually like seeing these adventures that turn out to not be so adventurous? Because sometimes that's the sad reality of traveling. We spent a lot of time in the car today, and yeah, we had some good chicken. All right, you know what, let's forget everything else. We had some damn good chicken. I'm happy. Thank you, bro. So we just stopped in the middle of the road to pick up some coconuts, and dude comes up and tells us they're 200 each, and then same thing happens that's been happening the entire time. He gives us the coconuts and then he says, no, they're 250 each. And I was like, dude, you just told us 200. And it's like the little things, guys. First 50, 100, guys, 400 ain't nothing to me. Not to me in like a bad way, but it's $2-3. But like, they ruin morals over 50 cents. Like over 50 cents they'll lie to you, you know what I mean? And I don't know, you guys can say whatever you want, but we've been to a lot of countries in the world, a lot of third world countries, a lot of countries where people are like living a lot worse and doing a lot worse things for some money than this, and they still have a little bit more respect, a little bit more morals than that. Like, if it's gonna be $250 for a coconut, you guys have seen here on the channel, in Kingston, they told us it was $300 and we still paid for it because we wanted a cocoa. I wanted a cocoa right now. I was gonna pay for it whether it was $400. But man, seriously, like I said, this has been happening everywhere, and people don't tell you this stuff on the vlogs because, like I said, people, like even myself, I care about what my audience thinks. I care about what people are watching the videos thinks, and a lot of people don't want to upset any Jamaican people, obviously, or anybody that might take offense to what I just said right now, but that's just a sad reality. And I would hate for you guys to come here and then be like, yo, Chris didn't keep it real at all, like I don't like this place, or this has been happening, or I've been getting ripped off the entire time, because that is very much a reality of traveling around Jamaica. You're gonna get ripped off a lot. Now granted, as I mentioned, that happens to tourists absolutely everywhere, but here they just do it grimy. Like, as I mentioned, changing the prices from the menu, telling you one thing, and then when you whip out the money they tell you something else. It's wrong. Anyways, 20 minutes out from Ocho Rios. Well guys, we made it back to the room. We're back in Ocho Rios. The sun is just about to start setting. We had an incredible day, even though, you know, we didn't do a whole lot in Port Antonio. It was still a beautiful drive. It was nice driving over there, having some jerk chicken, enjoying the views, and well, now we're back, and it's great to say that we went and experienced it and saw it, because it would have sucked leaving and not seeing it. So I'm glad we went. It was enjoyable. Now we're just gonna relax, enjoy the rest of our evening right here with this view, and I'll see you guys again soon for another adventure from here in Jamaica. Later, guys.
You were always smarter.